Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your May astrology. It's all kicking off. It's really intense. Now, I'm going to begin with something that means you're going to have to do a little bit of homework. We have a major karmic shift as the nodes are shifting signs. So we have the North Node going into Gemini and the South Node going into Sagittarius. And you're like, what's the nodes, Michelle? Go onto my website, get your free natal chart, which has a description, work out where your nodes are. Yeah, and then you will find out a massive shift is coming, and it will help you find out which area. And it's all about a karma change. Our karma is changing. Happens every 18 months, but it gives us a fresh way to evolve and transform and change our reality. So I'm not going to talk about that here, but it's really important that you find out where your nodes are, particularly if it turns out that your nodes are in Gemini or Sagittarius, because it means there's a big breakthrough coming for you. Anyway, aside from that, it's a massive month. We have Jupiter and we have Saturn and we have Venus going retrograde. It's full on. There's such learning and fingers crossed, the opportunity for empowerment. Here's your monthly astrology. Hey Taurus, money, abundance, love, lost loves, a regrouping of your sense of security. It's a very interesting month, and that's because your ruler, Venus, the planet of love, and also the planet of abundance, is going retrograde, is going backwards. And, you know, let's face it, we've all been reflecting a lot about backwards and where we are when it comes to our security, but it really brings it to a head for you. But it allows you to see what's going on. It allows you to go backwards to go forwards, if you catch my drift. So you're like, right, where have I come from and where am I going? And how can I get security? And it should give you some answers to that by going within and reflecting on what you need now and what's important to you and what source of abundance is important to you. But this month is also about relationship, and that kicks off with the full moon in Scorpio, which is in your position of relationships and partnerships and balance. So if there's anything not working out in your relationship or anything you've been worried about that you've been repressing to keep everything, smooth, that should come up. You have a revelation, you have insight, and you have knowledge about where your personal relationships are and how equal they are, and how, if they aren't equal, how you can bring them into balance. So there's a lot of emotions around relationships at the beginning of the month. We then have Mercury trine Pluto, and Mercury is in your sign. So you've got the gift of the gab, and you may be making some radical decisions about what you want to do. This could be to do with study, travel, or kind of just expressing your unique soul. But you're making some very firm decisions about how you want to expand, how you want to explore, and how you want to be adventurous. And what's really important to you, it is really in focus this month. Because Mercury is also then trine Jupiter in the same position. So adventure, travel, and learning, you're making changes in your view of them and your view of them going forward. And you're transforming that. May not be this month because this is very much retrograde season. So we're all going inwards, as if we need any more inwards, but we are going inwards in order to come outwards and transform the areas that we're focused on. And for you, it's about learning, it's about travel, it's about exploring. Now, Mercury is leaving your sign on around the 11th of May, but it's making you very grounded and very secure and very keen to talk about what you need and what makes you secure. With Saturn going backwards as well in your career zone, it's a lot on your mind about money and security. And let's face it, a lot of people have lost their job, a lot of people have been furloughed. I think that's the way you say it. Anyway, there's been a lot of big changes and scary times when it comes to finances. But having said that, I believe this month is going to help you find out where you want to go next and possibly bring an old job back to you or bring something from the past towards you that you can now use to build up a solid future. So there's a lot of positive there. Also, there might be the opportunity, believe it or not, at some point to physically travel. I don't know whether, whether it's literally travelling, if the restrictions are unlocked, or whether it's talk of or an opportunity for you to travel as soon as the restrictions are lifted. With the Sun trine Jupiter as well, it's just like, yeah, it's all coming together for you to make changes so that you can expand your life again. With the Sun around the 20th, joining, leaving Taurus and going into Gemini, again, it's digging the foundations. The next phase for you is digging solid foundations. And we then have, obviously, Venus is retrograde. Mercury and retrograde Venus are joining forces, and they're squaring Neptune. So it's almost like you've got to decide who you want to mix with and what's real. You might get caught up in some conspiracy theories. You know, obviously some conspiracy theories are real. Some conspiracy theories are batshit crazy. So you've got this moment of you trying to work out what is real and what isn't real, because you've got so many creative ideas and so many people bringing you ideas and so much knowledge within you. Just make sure that you don't get, you know, dragged down the rabbit hole in the wrong direction, because that square can bring about illusions in our understanding of seeing the bigger picture. With Mercury conjunct the North Node, you have a lot of things that you're thinking about to do with your karma and where you're going next. And again, that's all to do with your sense of security. Around the 28th of May, you'll be thinking much more clearly as Mercury goes into your communication zone. So you're like, rah, rah, rah. You've got all the ideas, to go forward, and the flow of what to do next and how to put it, you know, how to communicate with people to get what you need is all there. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. Hi, gorgeous. Before you go, check out my new film on my fabulous psychics. A lot of people ask me for readings. I don't do them anymore, but for over 20 years, I've had an award-winning team of psychics that I truly handpick. So check out the film, let me know what you think.
The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people.
It's about hope. It's about guidance.
Using a phone or being with you, it will be the same, because the matter is spiritual.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them. So it was a psychic reading.
I don't remember the readings right after, because it's not myself giving that, it's actually coming from spirit.
And it is a bit like a three-way conversation. I've got the person on the phone, I've got me, and I've got another voice that's telling me things.
I even shock myself, things that I come up with, and I think, how did I get that?
I'm channeling messages only for one purpose, to help people.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.
My priority is to connect to your truth and have the best life that you can have.
I think in my readings people feel a sense of a safe space where they can really be themselves, let go.
You need a feeling of being understood, because reading should be empowering.
I will make sure when the reading is finished that you're happy with everything.
I couldn't do anything else. It's part of who I am. It's what I came here for, obviously.
And when they come back and tell you they've got their dream job or the love of their life, that really makes me feel like I'm valued.
I love to hear a sigh of relief. A lot of weight has been lifted off their shoulders.
We have the answers that we are looking for within ourselves. I know I have the tools to help you.
Everything begins and ends with you.